Welcome to the local campaign, and thank you for joining us on Rogers TV. On April the 15th, there will be a by-election in the ward of Rideau-Rockcliffe in Ottawa. The residents there will get to choose a new city councillor to replace Toby Nussbaum, who resigned not long after the October municipal election of last year to become the CEO of the National Capital Commission. There are 17 candidates who are running to be the new councillor for Rideau-Rockcliffe Ward, Ward 13. So because of the volume of candidates, we can't have a debate like we normally would do. Instead, each candidate is going to have 3 minutes to give a presentation to the viewers, to the voters in Rideau-Rockcliffe. So let's get underway with the presentations. 3 minutes to each candidate, starting with KASIA ADAMEC.
Hi, I'm KASIA ADAMEC, and I'm running to be your next city councillor for Rideau-Rockcliffe, Ward 13. I have a tremendous passion for community, people, and public service. Democracy and its values are important to me. These values were instilled in me from a young age after hearing many stories from my parents and siblings about their experiences living in communist Poland before their immigration to Canada. Seeing their work ethic showed me the importance of hard work. I carry those values to this day. My work experiences with nonprofit community organizations and working for top decision makers in Canada, like members of Parliament, have taught me the need to make personal connections with people, the importance of collaboration, all while putting community priorities first in order to make positive change and get things done. I'm proud to call Rideau-Rockcliffe home. My husband and I have called the community home for nearly a decade, and like many of you, we have chosen this community to raise our growing family. I will work with and for the people of Rideau-Rockcliffe to build a safe, prosperous, and sustainable community for all. Community safety is one of my top priorities. We need to push back on budget cuts and reinstate community policing to ensure that our city has a proactive approach to crime prevention. I will also implement more traffic calming measures throughout our streets to ensure the safety of our pedestrians and cyclists. We all agree that transit in Ottawa is high. Getting value for what we pay by having accessible, dependable, and interconnected transit routes are priorities for our community and our city. We also need to improve our sidewalk, road, and bike path infrastructures. It's essential that all of our infrastructure is maintained and accessible year-round through improved snow removal, pothole repair, and road resurfacing. Like you know, many areas of our community are undergoing change. These changes require planning and development proposals to be transparent and for the community to be a part of the planning process from the preliminary stages. Heritage designations also must be respected, and infill developments, such as Water Ridge Village, must be built to complement the community. I will put a plan in place to ensure that these new developments have minimal impact to traffic in our ward. I'll bring energy, passion, determination, and political experience in delivering results for you. We need a strong, independent voice at council. That's why I'm asking you to send me to City Hall. Thank you.
Let's meet our next candidate in Rideau-Rockcliffe, IDRIS TAHIR.
Ladies and gentlemen, residents of Rideau-Rockcliffe Ward and denizens of Ottawa, I am IDRIS TAHIR, an information scientist, RCAF veteran, and resident of Ottawa. I have received my Bachelor of Arts degree from the University of Ottawa after attending 2 American, 2 British, 2 Canadian, and 1 French university. The last 5 under the aegis of the RCAF. And I have a Master of Science, Information Science degree from Lehigh University in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. The reason for my standing in this by-election is to serve the city for the betterment of the quality of life. Primarily, rapid snow clearance to avoid ice buildup, which creates an environment for falls and injuries, damage to cars and property, and eventually costing a magnitude of the city budget. Your taxes are expended on road reconstruction. Youth recruitment into the armed forces to serve Canada has been my passion, my labor of love. I am available always to assist any community in Ottawa or individual achieve whatever their goals are: accommodation, resident permit, citizenship, finding employment, contesting traffic contravention in courts, etc., and anyone in need of my service. Also, I assist prospective students attain admission to undergraduate, graduate, and postgraduate level at the University of Ottawa in various faculties, and as I have served as a director of the Alumni Association. Crime prevention can be achieved in large part through community policing. Community centers and playgrounds would help serve our youth divert their time towards competitive endeavors rather than mischief. Recently, I met a young engineer inventor of high-altitude pseudo-satellites which provide real-time information supplanting drones. I'm trying to find him a market for his invention. So this is my avocation. Good day and have a wonderful evening.
And our next candidate in Rideau-Rockcliffe ward is Marc d'Orgeville.
People in Rideau-Rockcliffe and Ottawa should be able to move around more easily by public transport, walking, and cycling. People in Ottawa want more transparency at City Hall to understand how and why decisions are made. Everyone in Ottawa should be able to have a place to live that they can afford. My name is Marc d'Orgeville, and I'm running because I want the city to act on social and environmental issues. I'm a problem solver. I will bring my skills as an engineer and climate scientist to find innovative solutions for the city. I'm also a community financial worker. I know the social support system, and I understand the challenges that people face across our ward and our city. With my family, we live in Rideau-Rockcliffe, and we care deeply about being part of an engaged and vibrant community. As a councillor, I will first push the City of Ottawa to act on climate change by strengthening the new official plan in terms of action and adaptation, and by making transit reliable, accessible, and affordable for everyone, starting by free transport for kids under 12. Second, I will press the city to have an ambitious plan for affordable housing. By leveraging the city's assets and by using the inclusionary zoning provision wherever we can to build more development of mixed income housing. Third, I will open up the planning process at City Hall, and I will always engage you in decisions that are impacting your community. Finally, I will help your neighborhood to thrive by supporting your local businesses, community organizations, cultural events, efficient snow removal, intelligent parking, and of course, a safe pedestrian and traffic design. On April 15, I am asking you to vote for a brighter future in Rideau-Rockcliffe and Ottawa. On April 15, votez Marc d'Orgeville so that we can all change together. Thank you.
Our next candidate in the April 15th by-election in Rideau-Rockcliffe is Johan Hamels.
Hello, everyone. My name is Johan Hamels, and I am a candidate for the Rideau-Rockcliffe elections. And I want to tell you why I ask you to vote for me. But let me tell first a little bit about myself. 10 years ago, I arrived in Ottawa. I'm from Belgium and came here with my Canadian wife, Monique, and our two daughters, Sophie and Anne. I engaged myself in the Parents' Council of the school, of the high school, de La Salle. There, I became a member, and after a couple of years, they asked me to be their president. At the same time, I engaged myself in the Ottawa Renewable Energy Co-op, a cooperative that unites 700 people who put their money in solar projects on schools, social housings, and other buildings. 2 of them in the ward, one on Samuel Genet School, the other one on a social housing school in Overbrook. I lived here 10 years and I was thinking Ottawa is a great place to be. But it's even better, it's a place where we can make it better by sharing our experiences and by listening to others. You ask maybe why I want to enter into local politics. Well, it's in my DNA. I've been active in politics my whole life. I was twice elected in Belgium at the provincial level. And I've been serving in political organizations in 2 countries, and I've worked with civil society organizations all over the planet in 4 continents. I want to ask you to vote for me because of the fact that I want to bring a vision to the city and a big dream. I would like to see this city in 2050 to have the dream to reduce child poverty to 0 and to reduce the gas emissions also to 0. To be able to do so, I ask you to vote for me, and I want to work on having the citizens listened to earlier before the city makes a choice or a decision. Secondly, that the city should invest 4 years long in affordable housing. And 3, that the city should invest people in, that the city should, I'm sorry. I ask you to vote for me because I want to put all my energy and all my knowledge and my experience into the councillor position for Rideau-Rockcliffe for the next 4 years. Thank you. I hope to see you at your doors, and I hope you want to vote for Johan Hamels on the 15th of July. The 15th of April, sorry, already drinking about the summer.
Once again, we're meeting all of the candidates who are running in Rideau-Rockcliffe ward in the by-election that is happening on April the 15th to replace departing councillor Toby Nussbaum, who's now the CEO of the National Capital Commission. Our next candidate is Miklos Horvath.
Hello, my name is Miklos Horvath, and I'm running to be your councillor in Rideau-Rockcliffe. I have lived in Ottawa-Vanier for over 25 years and have been a resident of Linden-Lee for almost 6 years. During this time, I have watched the city as the city has grown up around us, and have also seen the quality of services decline, traffic congestion increase, and decisions made with limited consultation. I'm running because I believe the citizens of the ward and Ottawa deserve efficient and effective services that positively contribute to their day-to-day lives. I believe that I can effect positive change for the ward and Ottawa as your councillor for Rideau-Rockcliffe. In order to effect change, I have established 4 main priorities: a safe and reliable transit system, accessible and safe neighbourhoods, thoughtful development, and an ambitious and connected national capital. First, we need a transit system that runs in a safe and reliable manner. In order to do this, I propose that a rapid review take place to pinpoint the bottlenecks and the root causes contributing to the unreliable bus system. Only 62% of buses within the ward are running on time. Steps must be taken to improve the on-time performance and reliability before the snow arrives again in the fall. The citizens of the ward cannot wait until the LRT is completed to see improvements. Action is needed now. Second, improved accessibility and safety in our neighborhoods is essential. It is evident that more needs to be done to ensure that persons with disabilities do not face barriers to their mobility within the community. Specifically, I will reach out to the local businesses and work with them to address accessibility issues. By returning to community policing, along with active neighborhood watch, our neighborhoods will become safer. Improved winter maintenance of sidewalks will ensure that seniors and mobility challenged individuals will be able to maintain their normal activities. Further, building upon established foundations to help youth stay in school, have access to training and to jobs is important for youth within our community. Third, thoughtful development is important to establish neighborhoods and the residents. I will work with stakeholders to help bridge the gap, as well as I will advocate for smarter planning and new developments that support healthy built environment principles, including increased subsidized housing. I have provided you with a brief overview of some of my key priorities. Please visit votehorvath.ca for the rest of my priorities and a more in-depth plan. I hope that I can earn your trust and your support on April 15th so that we can make our community better together. Thank you for watching today.
Next up is Peter Jan Karwacki.
Hello, my name is Peter Karwacki. I'm running to replace Toby Nussbaum in the Rideau-Rockcliffe ward. I supported Toby Nussbaum, like about 80% of the voters did, and of the number of voters that were eligible to vote, only 37% came out, which is a very low turnout. And voter engagement is fairly low in our ward. I supported Toby for the same reasons others did. I liked his policies, and therefore those are my policies. I want to make sure that the traffic slows down so it's safer for cyclists. I want to improve cycle infrastructure. I want to make transit more affordable for those that are least able to afford it, and also provide housing and make housing available for those that are having a hard time making ends meet. The big difference between me and some of the other candidates is because I have some senior experience. I have sat on school board. I have worked on boards and committees. I'm an experienced administrator. I've actually taken the municipal administration courses which are offered through St. Lawrence College. These are the same ones that any city administrator would take. I've got 15 years total experience in health services administration, including long-term care services, and as some of you may know, this is part of what it takes to run some of the city services. I just wanted to say that it's difficult to make a choice with 70 people running. So when I go to the door-to-door, I give people my card and I tell them what my blog address is. It's peterkarwacki.blogspot.com. I give them my contact details. They're on the card as well, so they can inform me of any issues they have and call me at any time. The big thing that I want to point out is that you have to pick someone that's going to represent your issues well, and somebody who's able to stand toe-to-toe with the professionals and ask hard questions. In fact, under the Municipal Act, that's one of the key requirements of any applicant is to make senior managers accountable for the decisions they make. We're not responsible as councillors to run the city. There are senior officials that do that, but we do have to hold them accountable and set the standards according to which the city must operate, set the policies and procedures, and to do the necessary due diligence by going back to the community and always testing to see what our citizens want before we go back to council and act affirmatively to see if we can voice those concerns. The question is, who's going to do that best for you? Someone with senior experience such as myself, or perhaps some of the others that have been involved. And I think all the candidates bring something positive to the table. I just want to say that on April 15th, I'd like you to vote for me, Peter Karwacki. Thank you.
Now let's hear from RAWLSON King.
Hello, bonjour. Je m'appelle RAWLSON King. I'm running in this by-election because I believe we need a strong, independent, progressive voice that can provide experienced leadership to improve the quality of life in Ward 13. I've lived in the ward for 15 years, and I've been volunteering for 10 as the president of the Overbrook Community Association, board member and treasurer at the Rideau-Rockcliffe Community Resource Center, which provides all of the social services for low-income people in our area, as well as co-chair of the Police Services Community Equity Council, which has been working to improve relations between racialized, Indigenous, and religious groups and the police. Since the election period began, my team has been knocking on hundreds of doors and have been working hard. We've talked to many friends, neighbors, and residents about our plan to implement a more rigorous poverty reduction strategy, making the planning process fairer and more transparent, and providing more affordable and accessible transportation for all. But most importantly, we have listened to you because we believe in grassroots politics. We have heard from the community that you are sick of gun violence and value public safety. That is why our campaign is proposing a citywide handgun ban, along with more social investments, to provide our youth with better jobs and more affordable places to live and prosper. We've heard from the community that you want more affordable and accessible transit. That is why our campaign is proposing an immediate fare freeze at OC Transpo for all fares, and a call for a vast increase in affordable, transit-oriented development so that more people can access public transit regardless of where they live. We have also heard at the door that you want bolder ideas and a bold plan on climate change that creates jobs in a green economy. That is why our campaign is calling for more investments into things like retrofitting buildings, protecting green spaces, and addressing climate change in the city's official plan. And lastly, we have heard from you that you want us to restore balance between the city and property developers. This is why our campaign is calling for a more transparent planning and development process that puts people and communities first and makes sure that developers respect community design plans and heritage conservation districts. This is your vision, and we have been listening. Let's make this vision a reality. On April 15th, vote for a more just city. Vote for a more livable city, a greener city. On April 15th, vote RAWLSON King. Merci.
Our next candidate in Rideau-Rockcliffe Ward is Jerry Kovacs.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jerry Kovacs. I'm a candidate in this by-election in Rideau-Rockcliffe because I believe that the ward needs strong, effective representation at Ottawa City Hall. I have lived and worked in Ward 13. I understand it is very unique and diverse. The issues and problems facing this ward are not much different than problems in other inner-city wards. During the past few weeks, people have been talking to me about the issues and problems that they feel are important to them. The ward wants safe, clean, and affordable housing. Ward residents believe they want an affordable place to live. We need safe streets and vibrant communities. Public safety and community-based policing are extremely important. Modern recreational facilities are essential in this ward. We need an efficient transportation system that gets people around the ward and throughout the city on time, safely, and at a reasonable price. Vision Zero, calm streets, safe streets for children, seniors, cyclists, pedestrians, and all users are absolutely essential. It's been a rough winter. Efficient snow and ice removal must be a priority in this city because the role of a municipal government is to provide essential city services. Community input and engagement is also important. A new official plan is being developed. Official plans, secondary and community plans must be respected, along with heritage conservation areas. Ward 13 must not become a dumping ground for problems in adjacent wards. Decisions require community input and engagement. Your city councillor needs to work as part of a team to make this happen. I intend to be that councillor who is approachable, effective, and on your side. I will constantly engage with the residents and community associations in Ward 13 because your input, your opinions, and how you feel is extremely important. You know best what is good for your street and your neighborhood. I will open a community office where people can come and visit me to talk about ward issues and their problems. I will establish a ward advisory council consisting of the community associations and stakeholders so that your input is always received. I will contribute 10% of my annual salary to community organizations so that this is my way of giving back to the community. My background is in law, education. I've worked at a municipal corporation. I'm an active community volunteer. This will enable me to be a strong advocate for you at Ottawa City Hall so that we can find common sense solutions that are best for our ward and our city. As your councillor, I will always be approachable, effective, and on your side. I ask for your support on April 15th. Thank you.
Today on the local campaign, we're meeting all of the candidates who are running for the by-election in Rideau-Rockcliffe Ward. Our next candidate is Jamie KWONG.
Hi there, my name is Jamie KWONG. For the last 10 years, I've worked to serve the community. Most recently, I was the executive director of the Vanier Business Improvement Area, making the main streets, MacArthur, Montreal, and Beechwood more attractive and vibrant. I was a strong voice for the community and effectively navigated City Hall to address concerns. I have led 2 nonprofit organizations and balanced the budgets that included the commercial levy collected from properties on the main streets. Accountability, transparency, and fiscal responsibility are all part of my proven track record. I have worked with at-risk youth, community organizations, entrepreneurs, commercial property owners, residents, and elected representatives of all levels of government. All of my experiences and networks can be leveraged by you to ensure that your issues are addressed. As your City Councillor for Rideau-Rockcliffe, I will work hard to improve your day-to-day quality of life. So when we have affordable and reliable public transportation, safer streets and sidewalks for all, we get people to where they want to go easier and with shorter commutes. When we invest in best practices in crime prevention and encourage our youth to get involved, and when our businesses attract greater commerce to our main streets, we create a healthier community in which to live, work, and play. When we create multi-use mixed income housing and work with our partners to respect and maintain our built history while revitalizing our neighborhoods, we create a more vibrant and inclusive community that reflects the unique character of our neighborhoods. Lorsque nous travaillons ensemble pour défendre notre communauté francophone et les services dont elle dépend, and when we support and welcome newcomers to our neighborhoods, we build a more diverse and rich culture that we can all be proud of. When we stimulate our local economy with green infrastructure, and when we grow our neighborhoods in a more sustainable way, and when we encourage all to become greener, we promote a greener economy and a better living for the next generation. And that is fundamentally what municipal level of government is all about, making sure that everyone has that opportunity to achieve their greatest possible potential. Vote for me, Jamie KWONG, because I will make sure that your voice is important at City Hall. For more information, visit jamiekwong.ca. Thank you. Merci.
The next candidate in Ward 13 in the by-election on April the 15th is Maurice Lemirande.
Hi, my name is Maurice Lemirande. I'm running for Rideau-Rockcliffe City Councillor. And because there's a lot of issues in Rideau-Rockcliffe, we need a strong voice. We need someone that can address your issues at the table. So that's why my slogan is your voice at the table. And I would really like to, will be honored to represent you at the table at City of Ottawa. So I will do I will have a round table actually that I will have for Rideau-Rockcliffe, that with one person in each zone of Rideau-Rockcliffe. So this way, Rideau-Rockcliffe will be very well represented. At the time that they have issue, they will address that to me, and I can work that at the City of Ottawa. And we will meet once every 3 months. So this way, all Rideau-Rockcliffe will be well covered by the issues that you should have into your zone of Rideau-Rockcliffe. So there will be one person in each and every zone. So I guess it will be very, very well represented. So on April 15, I would like you to think that I'll be the man for representing Rideau-Rockcliffe. And not only think, but vote for me, Maurice Lemirande. And also, I would like you to check my website, mauricelemirande.com, for more information, because there's a whole bunch of stuff there for you to watch, to see, and also, like you know, we can't mention everything right now here because we only have 3 minutes. So I try to do the best I can. I know you know that we have to work for the more affordable housing for the seniors, improving the service for the service, and also for the bus riders. And I would like to reduce the pass for bus driver for the seniors and also the students, and better maintenance for the sidewalk and the streets, as we noticed that this winter was very cruel. And still at this time, as we talk, we still have sidewalk that's not even clear properly yet. And I guess that you need someone to look after you with a strong voice, and that's the voice I'm going to be at City Hall if you vote for me. So vote Maurice Lemirand, your voice at the table. Thank you very much for your time.
Next up is Patrick Mayangi.
Hi, I'm Patrick Mayangi. On April 15th, our community will be heading to the polls to elect a new ward councillor. We've made some great strides together this past 4 years, and I'm running to preserve just that. Importantly, I understand the need to carry this momentum forward, since the future will demand the best from us. It'll take hard work and not a little bit of imagination to see this through. The future we envision for Rideau-Rockcliffe will require us to learn new skills. We'll need to leverage our strength in a smarter, more holistic manner if we hope to invest in our own potential. We need to see challenges through the lens of opportunity, to invest in daring to make the most of them. For that, we'll need to bring to the table different voices, perspectives, and experiences we've never before sought to include. There's no getting around this. The future requires us to come together. I use these words intentionally. I run my campaign on them. Come together, Rideau-Rockcliffe. There is no senior issues, there are no youth issues, there is only community issues. Ensuring accessibility, walkable sidewalks, punctual transit, these are the issues which affect the entire community. The trifecta of youth-related crimes, hopelessness, and lack of meaningful employment, these are the things which we feel the repercussions of. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. For all our remarkable gifts and talents, these are things you or I can fix on our own. I'm aware of that, but I live in affordable housing. I know what it's like to be 30 seconds away from the wrong choice. And I've gone through hell to stand right here. I've come to understand one thing. We're going to have to change the very narrative of the city, especially for those of us who feel we've been left behind. But it's possible. We should push for more multi-use facilities to encourage entrepreneurship in our ward. We should respect the green space for the sake of the environment and both for physical and mental well-being. These are issues which will bring the youth together. These are issues which will bring seniors together. These are issues which will bring the community together. These are issues that will bring about change. On April 15, come together, Rideau-Rockcliffe. Thank you very much.
Our next candidate in Rideau-Rockcliffe Ward is Oriana Ngaborano.
Hi, my name is Oriana. I'm a mother, an active community member, a business entrepreneur, and a woman of action. I believe that we have all the solutions for most of the problems we face and that a preventive approach is the cost-effective way. I am a transit rider, a cyclist, and sometimes a driver. I am a little bit of you, me, and us running for city councillor. As a public relations strategist, I believe in consultations, I believe in dialogue, and I also believe in communications. I am running to be our voice at City Hall so that together we can put together in place a cost-effective way, a preventive approach. For safety in our neighborhoods, through a public health approach, urban vitality through accessible, reliable, and green transportation options, integration and civic engagement through inclusive measures, and preservation of our heritage by promoting the distinctive character of our city and respecting our heritage conservation plans. My name is Oriana, and I'm running for us. To share your views with me and my campaign team, you may visit our website at voteoriana.com. www.KWONG.ca. We're also available on all social media platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you type Vote Oriana, you will find us. You can also call us if you wish to schedule a coffee chat with your neighbors. The number is 613-252-4367, and the website, I repeat, is voteoriana.ca.
On the local campaign, we're meeting all of the candidates who are running in the by-election in Rideau-Rockcliffe Ward on April the 15th. Our next candidate is Chris Penton.
Hello, my name is Chris Penton. I am running for Rideau-Rockcliffe City Councillor because I want the place where I live, work, and play to be the best that it can be. Between living in Lindenlea as a child, spending my formative years in Manor Park, and currently living just off MacArthur, this is a ward I know well. I attended Rockcliffe Park Public School, the same school my son now attends, and Ashbury College, where my father taught for over 40 years. My career path led me to Europe, South America, and all across Canada. But in the end, I knew I would always come home. I guess you could say I'm best known in the community for starting the Beechwood Market and wearing an ugly straw hat. I also founded the Beechwood East Feast, the area's largest outdoor festival. Ugly hat came along for that ride too. For a stint, I was president of the Vanier Community Association, and over the course of the past 6 years, I have sat on different city advisory committees. Excuse me. Currently, I sit on the Cartier-Vanier VEIA board, which encompasses all of Beechwood and MacArthur Avenues. But why vote for me? I believe I am bringing to the table a strong mandate, a solid plan that respects economy, development, housing, transit, and safety. Economic development is near to my heart and lays the base for a self-sufficient, productive ward. I want to see our local entrepreneurs thrive, as I have a fair bit of experience with this through my market days. I will advocate at City Hall and ensure the businesses we desire can open. Part of my plan would be to introduce a mom and pop clause to much needed secondary plan. This would ensure that developers and landlords agree to a certain percentage of small local businesses owners having a fair shot at their properties. Development is more than just adding a new building to one of our residential or main streets. It needs to fit. It needs to address housing concerns, and it needs to respect our existing community, whether that is within one of our two heritage districts or outside. Just as importantly, I want to restore the public trust and ensure transparency. This ward benefits from great walking, cycling, and easy driving routes, but do they all work together? Do they work well? Could they be improved? Traffic calming measures, plans to make Salmon Boulevard walkable, and fixing the confusing winding throughway that is Beechwood all top my list of priorities. As for transit, the face of public transit is rapidly changing in Ottawa, and for Rideau-Rockcliffe, the changes are not just about the new LRT station opening up at Salmon Shopping Centre, but also ensuring riders who live near Beechwood Avenue get valuable and reliable service every day. I feel it is important to address all safety concerns equally, from property crime, thefts from vehicles to guns and gangs. It is important everyone in the ward feels secure. I will put in place more proactive measures such as stronger emphasis on the community policing model, and I will follow on City's commitment to putting funds into offering beautification efforts. Finally, I'd like to see increased collaboration between community associations and work more closely with them as a councillor. I'm always happy to chat, and for what I haven't mentioned, you can find all my info at votepenton.ca. You can also find me out on the campaign trail at my weekly mobile campaign van or a jog around the neighborhood. If not, it means I'm probably at home struggling through grade 4 homework with my son. Thank you.
Now let's hear from Sheila Perry.
Hi, my name is Sheila Perry, and I'm a candidate for Ward 13, the by-election coming up on April 15th. I'm here to convince you to vote for me. I'm seeking your vote because I believe building livable neighborhoods together is really important here in Ottawa. And my vision is that same thing for both Ward 13 and throughout Ottawa. This requires leadership, advocacy, and action. As a leader in the community, I've been volunteering for 3 decades. My experience includes being a teacher, public school principal, and administrator. It also includes experience from early years right through to university. Currently, I'm president of the Federation of Citizens Association and the Ottawa Council of Women in Ottawa. Over the past several years, I've been very involved with the Overbrook Community Association. I'm a founder of the Overbrook Community Gardens, and recently campaigned very strongly for, as friends of Rideau High School, to form a Rideau Community Hub. We are fully incorporated with partners with Ottawa Rideau Community Resource Centre and with the Ottawa Carleton District School Board. It's a great story. Advocacy. I believe in advocacy of safe neighborhoods, community policing, engagement of neighbors, pop-up activities, ways that engage people. Safe roads is a high priority. Reliable public transportation within a 10-minute walk, if possible, with well-planned transportation connections. Affordable housing, increased rental stock, infill that respects neighborhoods, heritage districts that must be respected, environment that's important for everyone. Parks, trees, green space, and these items are all very special. And partnerships with landowners such as NCC, Ecology Ottawa, and beyond. Action. Action is important. My track record includes chairing positions of neighborhood planning with the Ottawa and partners throughout. Strong neighborhoods with business, foundations, linking leaders, etc. City planners have adopted this thinking as we begin to do our official plan. My track record includes youth painted up projects with Crime Prevention Ottawa, and most recently being awarded the Volunteer of the Year award with Crime Prevention Ottawa, and thanking Toby Nussbaum for that. Vote for Sheila, a strong voice for the community, not just for our area of Ward 13, but throughout Ottawa. A vision with leadership, advocacy, and action. Thank you.
And the final candidate running in Rideau-Rockcliffe Ward is Penny Thompson.
Hello, my name is Penny Thompson. I'm a proud resident of Rideau-Rockcliffe. I have been a passionate community advocate for 25 years. As a community leader, you know me to have a strong voice for you. I have the experience to get the job done. I am known as someone who is a collaborator. I bring people together to receive their input and listen to their views and take action to build better, stronger, connected communities. I grew up learning the value of community commitment, and I live by this principle. As a mother, and as a person who cares for elderly parents, I know the demands on families. I want to make sure our city provides services and a support network for youth, families, and seniors. I want to work for you and build livability in Ottawa by keeping taxes low. We all want efficient and effective use of our tax dollars. By fixing and maintaining our roadways and sidewalks in a timely manner. By making the right investments in housing, because everyone deserves a place to call home. And to have greater council oversight in light rail and public transit. I am a public transit user, and I know the importance of local routes, especially in the winter. I know we need to see better service during the day and fewer dropped buses. I will prioritize safety. I know that traffic safety on Beechwood is a problem. We need to relook at Beechwood, have a public consultation, and invite interest from all parties. We need to take a stand against violence in our neighborhoods. As my time with the Rideau-Rockcliffe Community Resource Centre and the Manor Park Community Association, I know the importance of engagement between citizens and community policing. We need to protect our neighborhoods by being vigilant. I want you to be informed about issues that impact your neighborhood. And if I am your councillor, there will be no surprises like the CSST in Stanley Park. I want to commit to communicating with you, and I will provide a quarterly newsletter delivered to your home. You know me as a community leader. I have the experience to work on issues effectively. I believe as Rideau-Rockcliffe and as the city, we are truly better together. On April 15th, vote Penny Thompson.
There are two other candidates on the ballot in Rideau-Rockcliffe Ward, Bruce Faulkner and Peter Hike, who were not able to join us to give their presentations. I want to remind voters in Rideau-Rockcliffe Ward that the polls will be open on April the 15th from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Thank you for watching the local campaign.